This is Ag Matters PM from the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network, brought to you by the Iowa Soybean Association, your daily recap of the information that affects Iowa's farmers, producers, and consumers, right here in the heart of the heartland. With reports from our award-winning broadcast team of Dustin Hoffman, Riley Smith, and Mark Magnuson. Now, from the IARN studios in Des Moines, here's Dustin Hoffman.
Good day, everyone, and welcome to Ag Matters PM from the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network. I'm Dustin Huffman. Today is Tuesday, July the 25th, 2023. We're so glad you could join us. Coming up a little later in the program, we go to the Iowa State Fairgrounds to see the unveiling of the new Iowa pork tent that I'll be seeing on Grand Avenue right by the rides there, where they're going to be serving more of those pork products we've all come to love. We're also going to look at a very warm weather forecast, but first, let's run down the markets. It's time now for the Ag Matters PM Closing Market Summary, your source for market analysis and settlement prices from the day's trade in Chicago, courtesy of the folks at agmarket.net. Well, we're at the end of another trading day, and we're going to turn to Jacob Burks of agmarket.net. Jacob, a little bit of a pullback in those grain markets today. What did we see going on?
Well, you're exactly right. At the end of the day, it's just a little bit of a pullback in the grain markets. So I would call this a very healthy trade right now to see this market go up, make some new highs, hit some major resistance levels in the corn and especially the corn and the beans too. But to be 13 cents, off the lows at the end of the day, 12 cents off the lows at the end of the day, it looks pretty healthy to me. This is there's going to be some consolidation up here at this level and. Just right now, you got a little bit of overhead resistance that we're fighting against. You got the wheat market that's actually going to end up closing here positive for the day. And, these type of days kind of make you, scratch your head a little bit and continue the volatility that we've seen for a while.
Now, obviously, when we see upward trends, even, high ones, there's always going to be days where it's going to retreat just a little bit. That's just normal. Nothing's ever a straight line. But, we also got those crop progress reports. What did we see in those that maybe affected things today?
Well, we were pretty quiet in the wheat market. They kept them unchanged. Spring wheat was kind of mostly what everybody's looking at there. You've seen some a little bit of dryness effect in certain areas. We've gotten timely rains across most of the Midwest. They increased the conditions, probably 1% there in the corn, and the beans we left the same. So it was kind of a status quo week, if you will, for conditions. The whole move here has been built off of the forecast of the heat coming in here. And if you look at certain different parameters of what kind of heat we've seen, through the month of July, you're at the upper echelon of what we're used to seeing. Caught some unexpected timely rains that have helped out. I think that if you survey most people, everybody's on pins and needles right now about the week to come. Seems like last week that was a large part of the the corn market or the corn population that was tasseling and pollinating, and the temperatures weren't really that hot across that. So. There's a little bit of optimism that hey, this heat that's coming in next week is kind of at an okay time frame to where maybe it doesn't damage the potential yields as much as what it would have been if it had been last week.
And that's kind of the rock and the hard place we're between. I mean, we've got a crop that's stressed. We're getting some more heat in, but also the same token, when you got corn and stuff, they still got to have those growing degree units and get some of that heat to help them get across that finish line.
Somebody posted on Twitter there. I think it was Eric Snodgrass that put something on there like, look, just from a heat standpoint, we have an opportunity that's it hasn't been too damaging yet. Now you mix in all the other stress factors and stuff, but right now it hasn't been that damaging in the major part of the corn belt. So you need that. You need that photosynthesis that people were worried about at one time because of smoke. So this is what I would consider a normal year. You go through every growing season with the whole idea of, hey, what if? The fact of the matter is when you look at the crop, and there'll be some crop tours starting up here at the end of this month, or the end of next month. But right now you have to say, yes, we're not at that trend line yield, but the potential of it of having a 175 plus yield is still there. So from the risk management side, you have to be looking at this bounce up here as an opportunity.
Now, as we look at lower corn prices and stuff on the day, you would expect cattle to be able to take advantage of that. Hogs did a little bit, but cattle, a couple days now in a row, they've been to the low side. What's going on in that livestock complex?
Well, the cattle market, in my opinion, is okay. Don't panic when you see red numbers in the cattle market. Because if you look and see what's going on on the cash side of things, it's still strong. We saw the report last week that showed placements kind of surprised everybody. We expected a pullback, and mainly from look who's investing into that cattle market. You got a lot of funds that have established a rather long position, and when they see something that looks negative, the pullback, the tightening up of the money was kind of expected. But when you look at what was placed, hey, the cattle are current right now. I mean, you're seeing these guys, get deliveries soon after they purchase the cattle. So that's the market is extremely current. Weights have been down a little bit, so they're pulling some cattle forward a little bit. So placements were a little bit heavier earlier. They're pulling them into the feedlots a little bit earlier, and so that was a surprising number. But yet, okay, we understand you kind of have it justified. So we're down. We were up $2 here overnight, or as soon as the open, because the corn was down 12 cents overnight. We pulled back. We gave that up. We ended up closing negative there in the feeder cattle. Live cattle down 40 to 70 cents. Again, I don't, there's still a lot of support up here. A lot of these moving averages that are holding this market in place right now. Yeah, but the hog market, being up $1.50 right now. I mean, this is kind of a more of a demand-driven rally. It's been sustained quite a bit. You've seen pork prices, strong. You got cash markets above where we're at in the futures. So to see this, continue this rally is, for the producers is really an awesome opportunity.
All right. Well, if folks out there want to talk about their market strategies, think about what they might be needing to adjust to, what's the best way for them to get in touch with everybody at agmarket.net?
And first, just look us up on agmarket.net. Take a 30-day free trial of our intel. Just gets everybody our information, our thoughts. But now is a very good time to be talking to someone about the marketing as we go into this last part of the growing season. You can give us a call locally here, 608-384-5438.
All right, Jacob, we thank you so much for the insight and look forward to talking to you again real soon.
Hey, thanks for having me again, guys. Thanks, Dustin.
And that was Jacob Burks of agmarket.net. Let's go ahead and run down those closing numbers, courtesy of the folks at Bar Chart. September corn down 3 at 5.57.5. December new crop down 3 at 5.65 1/4. August beans down 7 3/4 at 15.15.5. November down 4 1/2 at 14.20 even. Soy meal $5.90 higher at 4.36.30. Soy oil is 27 cents higher at 68.48. Chicago wheat is up 3 1/4 at 7.80 3/4. Minneapolis down 2 1/2 at 9.42 even. Kansas wheat down 4 1/2 at 9.20 3/4. December oats 9 3/4 lower at 4.61 even. August live cattle 45 cents lower at 178.30. Feeder cattle 2 cents lower at 243.22. Lean hogs $1.55 higher at 101.65. Pork cutouts $1.55 higher at 109.85. Class 3 milk up a penny at 13.78. And that's been our market recap. We're going to take a short break and hear from our sponsors, the Iowa Soybean Association and the Soy Checkoff. And when we come back, we go out to the Iowa State Fairgrounds to take a look at the new Iowa pork tent. This is Ag Matters PM.
Iowa Soybean Association is driven to deliver for Iowa's 40,000 soybean farmers. We're proud to provide objective agronomic research, a helping hand with soil and water stewardship, and timely industry news powered by the Soybean Checkoff. Learn more at iasoybeans.com.
Welcome back to AMPM from the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network. I'm Dustin Huffman. Well, the Iowa State Fair is almost 2 weeks away, just a little more than 2 weeks away. And of course, all the people will be descending on Des Moines to take in the sights and sounds and activities that we all enjoy at the State Fair. And one of those common places everybody seems to congregate is the Iowa pork tent. Well, this year it's going to look a lot different, but there's going to be more of the same that you've come to expect. The Iowa pork producers unveiled their new Iowa pork tent last week at the fairgrounds.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Doug Rice. I'm the chairman of the Iowa Pork Producers Committee. On behalf of the Iowa Pork Producers Committee, I would like to thank you all for attending this celebration of this building. It's a great accomplishment for what we do at the Iowa State Fair, but also for our industry as a whole. I've officially been part of the Pork Tent Committee for the last 8 years, but unofficially for over 30 years. My parents have been on this committee since 1985. That's a long time ago. So technically, I have never missed State Fair. I grew up helping alongside them at this building, so being able to see firsthand this progress of this Iowa pork tent started and where it is truly amazing and where it's come today. So many of you know this building project was not an overnight decision. In fact, almost 5 years envisioning and planning has gone into this project. I would like to thank the Iowa Pork Board of Directors for their support on this project. I would also like to thank our architect at Melee Studios for their work in designing a beautiful facility that still gives a tribute to our industry, and the GTG Construction for being the design to life. Lastly, I would like to thank my fellow Pork Day committee members for all their hard work in preparing this building to be ready for the Iowa State Fair, as making it run smoothly each and every year. So you might be wondering what to expect for this year for this fair. Fairgoers and volunteers can expect to enjoy many of the same things in this facility, like delicious Iowa pork at affordable prices and visible outdoor grills, so everybody can see and smell those fresh chops coming off the grill and watch our famous chefs that we got coming around. There are also some new features like beautiful patios that you guys are sitting on now, overlooking Grand, comfortable dining room areas, and friendly atmosphere that we got here. A state fair is a celebration of the state. A salute to the state's agriculture industry achievements. And the Iowa Pork Tent has been a tradition of the Iowa State Fair since 1981. Iowa is #1 in the nation of pork production. And this new facility is a tribute of the hardworking pig farmers and will allow to keep the tradition of serving quality pork by the men and women who raise it alive to the Iowa State Fair. We are excited to welcome fairgoers to a brand new facility at the 2023 Iowa State Fair and continue to everyone's favorite place to gather for delicious Iowa pork. Again, thank you all for coming tonight and taking the time to be here with Celebration Us. As right now we're going to do a little ribbon cutting ceremony. I don't know where I got it.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Just a reminder, the Iowa State Fair runs August 10th through the 20th at the Iowa State Fairgrounds in Des Moines, and the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network will be there providing coverage. Now, let's take a look at that ag weather outlook. It's been a sunny and warm couple of days here in Iowa, and of course, crop progress reports showed some good progress made in both the soybean and the corn production. But of course, as these hotter temperatures are returning, that's going to put stress on crops that have already been stressed by drought and some heat earlier in the summer. Now, what is this going to mean here in the next couple of days, and what are we going to see coming our way? Let's see what the National Weather Service has in store for the next 24 hours.
Well, we saw variably cloudy skies across much of the state. There was just a slight chance of thunderstorm activity in the west throughout the day. That will pick up across much of the state here tonight. We saw highs in the low 90s again tonight. Then, as I said, we'll start to see scattered thunderstorms popping up all over the state with partly cloudy skies. Lows will be anywhere from, basically in the 70s, maybe dipping down into the 60s occasionally here in some spots tonight. Tomorrow, mostly sunny skies and hot. We're going to see temperatures in the low to mid 90s for tomorrow. Now taking a look at the affiliate weather map, tomorrow Cherokee will be sunny and 92, Shenandoah sunny and 95, Des Moines will be sunny and 96, Waterloo sunny 94, Albia the hot spot sunny and 97, Clinton will see those showers and thunderstorms persisting but starting to move off, and they'll see a high of 95 degrees.
For more detailed forecasts in your area, tune to your local Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network affiliate. And that's been the Ag Weather Outlook. And with that, we're at the end of today's show. You can find all our content online at iowaagnet.com. You can follow us also on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, and on our YouTube channel. While you're there, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can be notified each time we put out a new video product. Also, don't forget to sign up for our free daily e-newsletter at iowaagnet.com. You get that every Monday through Friday at around 5 p.m. Also, don't forget about our free twice daily market podcasts. You can find them on Amazon, Apple, Google, Spotify, and Podbean. From the IARN studios in Des Moines, I'm Dustin Huffman. For Riley Smith and Mark Magnuson, we thank you for watching. This has been Ag Matters PM.